It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. Tonight's game at AT&T Center, it's the San Antonio Spurs going up against the Toronto Raptors. For Toronto, after splitting their first two games of the season, tonight's game gives them a chance to get their record over the 500 mark and maybe get a little momentum on their side. With the new year getting ramped up, teams just getting into the swing of things. Kenny, some major storylines already brewing. What are you seeing out there?
Well, you know, the rosters aren't coming together yet, and it's still early. It's still tough to figure it out. But then there's a lot of teams that's just off the radar right now, but they've been impressive. So I think that it's too early to tell. You know, too early to tell to give those ELNs.
You're going to give me an answer.
I can't give you these ELNs, these Ernie-like numbers yet. It's too early.
Well, I see emerging young guns. You know, I see a couple of veterans now hitting the wall, physically getting up there in age. But I got to agree with Kenny, Ernie. It's too early to tell.
Jeez, I'm sorry I asked. Time to tip it off. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You asked too early.
Let's see the starting lineup for the visiting Toronto Raptors. At small forward, CJ Miles. At the other forward position, Serge Ibaka. At the other forward position, Serge Ibaka. And now, your San Antonio Spurs starting lineup. At the shooting guard position, at 6'6", number 14, Dan Reed.
This is 2K Sports broadcasting from San Antonio as the Spurs take it to the hardwood here at the AT&T Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Doris Burke. And we've got David Aldridge on the sideline. Looking at San Antonio, they took the win in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. And just one look at the score tells you all you need to know. They were dominant in just about every area.
And sometimes in that hostile environment, it is hard to stay true to who you are. But give them credit, they did, especially on offense.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, a testament to how level-headed this group is. Nice job executing on the offensive end of the floor.
Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. DeRozan and Miles are the wings. Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. And it's Lowry in at the 1 spot. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Raptors also changing it up. Nogueira's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Pascal Siakam comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Powell in for C.J. Miles. Anderson with the screen for DJ. No good from Gay. Toronto trailing.
And in today's game, we're really so used to thinking of passing as the key to an efficient offense. But this Raptors club, they do it a different way. For them, that screen is the assist, giving their guards space to pull up or attack the rim.
Boy, officials say play on, even though there's contact. DeRozan, I guess they don't think he needs any help.
Gay kicks to Anderson. From the right block, the shot is good. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, the assist just put on time and on target. Easy shot opportunity.
Lowry passes to DeRozan. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I'll tell you, a little bit of an old-school offensive approach for DeMar DeRozan. He doesn't focus on that three-point shot, guys. He wants to attack the paint and work himself to the free throw line. It's been effective.
And with the long-range shot becoming such a staple, Doris, do you think DeRozan's game suffers for his aversion to threes?
I don't at all, Kevin, because he's perfected his style of play. He's the master of the mid-range. This guy draws a ton of fouls, and because you've got to send an extra defender, his teammates get space to operate.
Now here's Gay. His last outing, 16 points for him.
And Gay isn't easy to tie up, using his length and muscle
to kind of power through the defense.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Here's Lowry. 23 points for him the last game against Philadelphia.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Here's Mills, following the score by DeMar DeRozan. DJ dishes to Mills. Right wing. Spurs passing it around. Gay in the corner. From outside, off the mark. Toronto's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Goes up with it. Rebound San Antonio.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring. And Gay is superb at knowing where to run to in the open floor. A clever forward who finds ways to score in the fast break.
Now here's Lowry. Passes it to Nogueira. Back to Lowry. Outside DeRozan. 5 to shoot. Outside for Lowry. Takes a 3. Good on the triple. Lowry's got it all tied up now for the Raptors.
It took a lot of work for Kyle Lowry to become this dangerous from three-point land, and downtown is one terrific option among many for this guy.
Now here's Mills. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one is off. Toronto's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Kicks it to Nogueira. And the dunk by Nogueira.
Well, for all the talk about the accurate shooters in the league, give it up to Kyle Lowry for his precise passing ability.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Now, here's DJ. Mills can't hit. And here's DeRozan. Outside Lowry. There's the pass to Siakam. There's the dish to Lowry. There's a screen. Foul for 3. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And that's what makes Lowry a great floor leader. Just unselfish in his attitude and great awareness of how to keep his teammates involved.
And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for Toronto. He totaled 14 points in the quarter. He's given them all the offense they need right now. And we'll be back with you shortly. And the Gasol brothers, Pau, talked about the joy of sharing the NBA stage with his brother Mark.
It's like a dream come true. It's hard to really picture it. I'm just proud to be Mark's brother, and I'm proud of what he's become as a basketball player and as a man.
Well, their story is a bit like a fairy tale, the way 2 of them, sons of medical professionals in Spain, have become 2 of the best centers in the NBA of this era.
Especially when you remember what a raw talent and how big and bulky Marc Gasol was when he was drafted by the Lakers. I mean, they traded him to Memphis for his brother, and that does all seem like fiction, doesn't it?
The second quarter beginning in just a moment. Taking a look here at the Raptors' performance here, guys. What have they been doing or not doing, in your opinion?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
You just try to keep riding this wave, right? They've been absolutely dominant from three-point territory.
Setting the floor for the Raptors. Birtle is out there with Nogueira. Then there's Norman Powell. Then there's Lowry. And it's Siakam in at the 3 spot.
Ooh, that is a tough shot.
Spurs trail by 5. And Mills kicks to DJ. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Gay outside. In the corner, it's DJ. Shot clock at 6. Gay passes to DJ. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. There are several clubs already enduring plenty of ups and downs. We see it every day in the league. How many games into the season does it take to know exactly what kind of team you've got and then where you need to proceed from that point on?
Well, I think obviously you typically see some level of separation between the championship contending teams almost in the first 20 games. If somebody's getting out to a 15-1 start, you know that typically speaking, they're going to be in it for the long haul. I think the fascinating aspect of the NBA season typically is in those 5 through maybe 10 slots in the respective Eastern and Western Conference, right?
Yes.
Because so often, Kevin, we're seeing 2 or 3 games separate maybe the 5th team from the 10th team. That means all of those teams are potential playoff teams. And what does the organization decide to do? Do they decide to try to make a run toward a playoff possibility? Or are they saying, boy, we don't really think we're there yet. Perhaps we need to think about what's our draft status.
And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Lowry with the ball. He's got 6. Hurdle sets the pick for Lowry. That one, no good. And San Antonio will go the other way with it. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad.
And remember, they won both games in this matchup last year. No small feat.
Now, these two teams could easily end up meeting to decide the NBA championship. Tonight could be a preview of something with more on the line down the road.
Now here's Powell, covered by Collier. Three-pointer, Lowry. The Raptors rebound. Nogueira dishes to Pirtle. Pass to Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. Powell kicks to Siakam. There's the feed to Powell. Clock at 4. Lowry from outside. Toronto with the first shot clock. And he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
Well, Kevin, you love to see him powering through the contact to get the bucket and one. Pirtle with a show of some strength.
Leonard, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Raptors also changing it up. Baca comes in for Nogueira. And it's C.J. Miles in for Pascal Siakam. Offensive rebound. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Let's now pause to take a look at the scoring breakdown between the front and back court of tonight's contests for the Raptors.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
So guys, Raptors coach Dwayne Casey talked about the chemistry on his team. He said, we couldn't be better. There's no ego, no hidden agendas. Guys understand their roles. Kyle Lowry told me we're a complete team, 15 deep, and we really mean that. You never know whose time it's going to be. Kevin?
DA depth is a crucial part of any team's success. Knowing you can rely on your teammates to step up is huge.
Well, this is a guy who understands his role in their offense, right? And they know exactly how to use him.
Outside Lowry, screened by Ibaka. Goes up at the stripe, and another basket for Toronto.
Really off on his shooting, just 20% this period. Looks like he's getting a bit frustrated.
Murray, the pass to Laverne. He kicks to DJ. There's the pick to the paint. Back to Murray, takes the 3. The rebound by Ibaka. Raptors leading by 4. Here's Lowry. 8 points for him. Ibaka with a screen on Anderson. Lowry against Anderson. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Over Murray. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Lowry. Ibaka's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
DJ kicks to Laverne, and out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
A moment here to check out the numbers for Kyle Lowry.
Coming off in a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Raptors out in front, up by 4. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Kyle, a good first half for you all. How do you continue that for the rest of the game?
We got to come out with our energy. We got to come out and play our game and keep going out there and pushing. Our defense and everybody's rotating, so we're playing together right now.
We'll see if you stay connected in the second half. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. A fantastic. The Spurs making a switch here. DJ's checked in. San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Aldridge is at the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Parker out there with DJ, and it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. Parker, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. And the Spurs lead by 2.
Well, when Parker uses that burst of speed on the drive, he's nearly impossible to get in front of. And Tony Parker in his prime, one of the best slashing point guards this league has ever seen. Just an outstanding finisher amidst the tall players. And one season, how about he almost led the league in points in the paint, a surefire Hall of Fame.
Leonard kicks to DJ. He feeds it to Gasol, and the layup's good off the glass. Gasol's got 8.
Boy, Kev, that's some nice, crisp ball movement. DJ being decisive and creating the opportunity.
Outside Lowry. In the corner, Miles with it. Leonard with the steal. Parker outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. Hey, Clark, while we have a moment, let's show you the list of players who put up the most points last year. 5th best, DeMar DeRozan. Spurs leading by 19, setting the floor for the Raptors. The talented Lowry and DeRozan pair in the backcourt. Pirtle is out there with Nogueira, and it's Valanciunas in at center. Murray with it. Lowry picks him up. Now, here's DJ. T right on him. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness, as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for San Antonio.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Leonard.
Well, guys, this guy has been a handful all night long. His scoring really propelled them. And no matter what the matchup was or what the scheme they tried to use, they could not keep this guy in check.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. EJ passes to Murray. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. You know, here we go. Lowry, nobody back. And the shot goes in.
Well, that's Kyle Lowry, the burst of speed to beat everyone up the floor and leaves no doubt with the finish.
Now here's Murray. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. Rudy, congrats on the win. What was working for you on offense tonight?
You know, I think our defense kind of got our offense into it. You know, we're that kind of team. Our defense makes our offense. We run the floor and we share the ball. So whenever we out there playing defense like we did today, we usually are in a good position.
Great performance tonight, Rudy. Congrats on the win. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. So long, everyone.